and we're still, even now, getting new pieces of video, new stories to tell. Guy, tell us some of the new video that's just been kind of uncovered and discovered recently, and what story it shares with us.
Yes, we can see that on our screens right now. This is a CCTV footage from a convenience store in a gas station that is in the Magen Junction, that's very close to Nir Oz and Kisufim. We can see the two employees there in the gas station, seeing what's happening outside, hearing the gunshots, realizing that there are dozens of these terrorists that are approaching them. They had to quickly decide what to do, rushed to the back of that store, eventually locked themselves up in a refrigerated room as these terrorists continued to make their way into that gas station, firing into whatever they could. You know, this is again an illustration of what Hamas attempted to deny, the indiscriminate shooting towards civilians. This was what they're all about. You can see them taking over that store, shooting at whatever they can. They're searching for the staff. Miraculously, they were not able to find those two Israelis that were hiding in that refrigerator, still shooting at everything that they came around. And then when there was no Jewish blood around, they just simply looted that store. We could see that in front of our eyes right now, grabbing everything they could.
And I think it's important to note here, Guy, the two gas station employees who were saved, it was a Jewish employee and an Israeli Arab employee.
For them, it did not matter. For sure, they came to slaughter Israelis, be them Jewish, Bedouins, Druze. All of them were victims of this Hamas onslaught. We even saw Hamas terrorists torturing and murdering a Bedouin man outside of a shelter, in footage that was captured by a dash cam of one of the cars. So certainly all were fair game for these Hamas terrorists, as long as they are Israelis. Having said that, obviously the main target was the Jewish communities. What for the people of Gaza, the terrorists were settlements.
And the Jewish employee and his Israeli Arab friend working together to try and save their lives. You know, it's as you mentioned, Guy, I mean, you have a split-second decision there. You see these dozens of gunmen coming at you. You have to make it. Do you run out of the store and try and hide outside? Do you run inside? They got lucky. They chose a freezer room that no one could.
Terrifying, and we saw so many cases of other Israelis that were not that fortunate, that ran into shelters, first hearing the rocket alarm sirens and thought that that would be a safe place for them. We saw cases where dozens of Israelis were inside the shelters. Terrorists then attempted both to shoot at the shelters but also throw grenades at them. In one of the famous cases, a very brave young man threw out the grenades 7 or 8 times, grenades that were thrown at him and his friends, threw them out, eventually was taken down, but he saved many lives in that case. And these two Israelis were some of the lucky ones.
They hid into the freezer, and their lives are saved, and they're able to share their story and their store's video today.